the way I would like them to. Last week I spoke to NTA, National Tour Operators Association, and here you've got people running bus tours, making bigger single hotel purchases usually, and the minimal amount of contracts was really appalling. And then they wonder why something goes wrong and the hotel tries to bring in all these room nights or cancellation penalties and all this rest. See what you're agreeing on ahead of time before you get into some problems later on. Now, one of the biggest issues is dealing with debit memos. I'm going to give you a little different analysis than you've heard before from a different aspect. We had Paul Vessel speak yesterday. Paul and I go back to the early Qantas case 20 years ago or so when I tried to convince them to go out of public service to get into the travel industry from our side, and fortunately he took up that advice, and we have a real leader amongst us now who's willing to take on some of it. But he'll usually tell you, I'm collecting, and he's got some good letters, and we do that. But let me tell you something that's happened more so in the last year than we've had before. Some of you are using government fairs. Some of you are using convention fairs for a lot of your sales. Sales reps say, go ahead and use them if it'll get you business. Some of you are using hidden city fairs. Is there a person in this room who has filed the tariff and has made up one of those cockamamie hidden city fairs? It's not us, it's the carriers. As long as they're the ones who are trying to set up the fares, and some of our consumers are realizing that if they throw away the last leg, the ticket's going to cost them 60% less, that's them coming up with the ideas. Whether you're suggesting it or not, I don't think I'll go into today. But your consumer is seeing those fares on the newspapers, are certainly hearing about it from their other business compatriots, and they want the same fare. Why are they paying 60% less? The convention fares are getting some devastating effects. I've got a client now where one of the carriers has sent a series of memos for about $320,000. Not your usual daily debit memo. But Rep A had told this agency, sure, we're going to negotiate a special convention here for you. Use it in your business. Fill up our seats. All it's costing the airline is $7 for the lousy